Hi everyone, welcome to Blue Heron Hill. I'm in my kitchen today. It's a little soggy outside. We've been having a little bit of rain with some thunderstorms passing through. I wondered if everybody is like me and has a glut of cucumbers. I just finished 4 quarts of dill pickles, and I still have more left over. I have 2 types of cucumbers growing out in my garden. I have this type, which is almost like an English cucumber, very long, slim, sort of a little ridgy on the outside, very unlike a regular pickling cucumber. This is Alibi, and I like to keep them short and squat and small. Even this size or smaller. I did leave a few to grow rather large. I have some biggies here. Actually, they were hiding on me. I imagine that it's true for many gardeners that these things escape notice and are left a little bit too long on the vine, and they almost become like zucchinis and out of control. But that's okay, because I am going to make 3 cucumber recipes so we can eat these up in style. I have enough to make another batch, a couple more batches of pickles and such, but right today we're going to make cucumber salad. So let me bring you in close and we can start. Okay, you can see a little bit better that this is one style of cucumber, and they can get rather, you can let them grow lengthily. They don't seem to bulb out so much. They stay nice and long and on the thin side. But the Alibis are my favorite for pickling, especially for dill pickles. A lot of the smaller ones, I leave it like this and I'll pickle them whole. So the first recipe I'm going to do, I just know it as my fresh cucumber salad. And this is my favorite because it is the easiest. So you're going to need some kind of a slicer, or if you are comfortable enough, you can slice it up with your kitchen knife. I like this particular slicer. It comes in 3 different widths. I'm going to put mine on kind of a medium width, I think, this time. I don't want it too thin, but I don't want it too thick. So I think I'll take this one. I slice my ends off, and being careful and watchful of your fingers, we're going to slice up, oh, perhaps, let's see, this is about the thickness that I like. I'm going to slice up about 2 cups thinly sliced cucumbers. I'm not going any further than that. This looks like maybe a cup. Let's try another one. These were washed beforehand. And that's far enough. If you have chickens, they love cucumbers. All right. Next, we're going to take a medium-sized red onion. These are still red onions. These are still fresh from my garden. They're in the process of curing. And if you've seen my other video, that will show you the steps I take in curing onions and garlic. So I'm going to slice this again. About the same thickness on the thin side, and just 1 1 medium red onion. If you don't have a red onion, you know what would be really good would be a sweet onion. There we go. Break these up. Recipe calls for a little bit of red pepper flakes. I'm not going to put all of these in here. I'm just going to put in a pinch. It calls for 1 teaspoon of salt. Now comes time for the dressing. So we will set this one just to the front, and we will mix our dressing. I like to mix my dressings up in a mason jar. This particular one isn't a mason jar, it's a salad dressing jar. This is so super simple. We need sugar, and we're going to use just a 1/4 cup of sugar. This is cane sugar. Just plain white sugar is fine. Then another 1/4 cup of rice vinegar. Rice vinegar is a very mild vinegar. You can use red wine vinegar if you wish. You can use champagne vinegar. Any light dressing without too much of a flavor. I don't like white vinegar for this. It's a little harsh, a little acidic. So that's 1/4 cup and 1/4 cup of sugar. That is easy. Let me get a top. Okay, that was simple. Mix it up, shake it up real well. The sugar isn't going to totally dissolve in this, but if you work at it for a little while, it'll be fine. Okay. Then we just pour it over the top. And this is just a light pickling to these cucumbers. And then we just toss it lightly to make sure all of our dressing gets on every single cucumber. And then this will go in the refrigerator for, I would say, a minimum of an hour. You want to let those cucumbers soak in the dressing. Okay, all right. It's pretty looking. Our second recipe is for a creamy cucumber salad. Now it starts out with sour cream. Now this is fresh sour cream, I just made it. If you haven't tried making your own sour cream, it is so easy. You start with heavy cream, you add a little lemon juice to it, and let it set for about 24 hours, and voila, it turns into a luscious sour cream. So we are going to need 1/2 cup of sour cream. There we go. And so we're gonna put it in my favorite salad dressing making vessel. 1/2 cup of sour cream. And then we have 1 tablespoon of, again, the rice wine vinegar. And I know the original recipe, I think, called for just white vinegar. I do have a great preference for rice vinegar. So anything you have would probably be sufficient. Then we're going to have one tablespoon of dill. And I am going to chop this up. Came from my garden. So fragrant. Ever wonder why dill always matures the same time as cucumbers do? So fortunate for us. Now we're going to have 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. Suppose you could use regular garlic if you wanted. That's fine. I'm gonna shake that up so it all blends together. Delicious. Okay, now for the cucumbers. This part of the salad is very familiar because it's like the last salad. We're going to start with a cucumber. Again, sliced thinly. We need 3 cups. Watch your fingers. And one of these. All right. 1, 2. I think I'm going to add 1 more. Maybe one of these. Okay. And then another thinly sliced red onion. Break it up. All right. Now our sour cream dressing. Once all mixed up very well, this one again needs to go into the fridge for, again, I would say at least an hour. So these flavors will all marinate together. And we'll get back to you. And we will start our 3rd salad. Okay, back for our 3rd salad. Don't know what the name of this one is. But this time it's going to include some cherry tomatoes and grape tomatoes. So I just call it my cucumber cherry tomato salad. So we're going to start out with, again, a red onion. This time, like a 1/2 an onion. So this is a smaller red onion. And again, sliced thinly. Again, break up your rings like this. And we need 1 to 2 cucumbers. I'm going to start with medium large size cucumber. Again, thinly sliced. Some of these are rather fat for this salad, so I think I may just give them a slice and half them. These larger ones. I think they'll play better with the tomatoes this way. And I'm going to add to this because to me it doesn't seem like enough at all. So I'm going to fingers work better than a fork and a spoon, as long as your hands are clean. Okay, so now we're going to add a couple. These are grape tomatoes, believe it or not. They look so big. These are Juliet's. It's a grape tomato. It's a lovely tomato. I'm going to just chunk these because they are so large. The recipe calls for, somewhere like 2 cups or so, a pint. Use whatever you would like. If you want more tomatoes, put more tomatoes in. Less. Now I have a number of different varieties in here. Let me see. These are Candylands. These little ones here. So cute. These are Sun Golds. And I forgot the name of this one, which I'll link down below. I'm going to have these so they don't roll around your plate. Even the little Candylands. I'm surprised that this many have made it into my kitchen. These are the ones that I just snack on out in the garden. They have just a pop of flavor to them. So satisfying. The skin is a little thicker, but it makes the explosion in your mouth all the better. All right. And definitely these Sun Golds. These are so sweet. This one is a jelly. It's more of the grape shape. I don't have that many yet. They're still coming on. But the Sun Golds are awesomely sweet. Okay. That looks like a beautiful, colorful mix, doesn't it? Okay, let's get on to the dressing. Set this aside. Again, my favorite dressing mixing jar. We're going to start out with some, where is it? Oh, yes. Olive oil. In this case, I'm not using olive oil, I'm using avocado oil. We're going to go with half a cup. A 1/4 cup of balsamic vinegar, lemon juice 1 tablespoon, sugar 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of an Italian seasoning. And then, let me see what we have. Salt, I think we have 1 teaspoon of salt. We have a teaspoon plus a bit of garlic powder and a ½ teaspoon of ground black pepper. There we go. Let me get a lid. Okay, we give this a good shake. And pour it over. I'm going to start with about half at first. This particular one, I reserve back a little bit of the dressing. It makes a lot more, I think, than is really needed for this salad. As with my other 3 salads, I'm going to cover it and again put it in the refrigerator for at least an hour. Lots of flavor in this one, so we really need those flavors to marinate those cucumbers and tomatoes. So I will be back when these are ready to plate up. Stay tuned. We're back. Out of the refrigerator, they're chilled down. The flavors had blended all together. They were probably in there about 2.5 hours. The first one up is the creamy cucumber. I dressed it with a little fresh dill on top. And a little taste. Delicious. Not a lot of flavor. You might, the dill certainly adds a good punch to it. It wouldn't hurt to put a little bit more salt on it, but still very, very good. This is the kind of the Italian cucumber and tomato salad. You can feel, you can taste that punch of Italian seasons in there. Delicious. The fresh tomatoes just absolutely make this cucumber and tomato salad. So the third one, this is my personal favorite, is the cucumbers and the red onion. Very basic. Vinegar adds a little bit of the pickling to it. It's sweeter than the other ones because it has more sugar to it, but it is delicious. All 3 of them are delicious for a summer cucumber salad. So I hope you get a chance to try these. 3 of my favorites. I had to pare it down. I have other favorites that are in our weekly repertoire to use these cucumbers. So once again, thanks for following me along on this video of me in the kitchen. And if you have not already, subscribe, pass this along to anybody that might be interested in this content. Give me a thumbs up if you've liked this video, and I will see you on the next one. Happy gardening. Bye.